necessary for us as we begin this new year to do a Graha Shanti puja as we promised. And this puja is specifically aimed at peace in our world in the wake of all the tragedies and atrocities being committed on a daily basis that we wake up to each day. And this is a time when all of us, we need to pray. We need to pray, especially seeking the blessings of all the Graha Devatas, that may all the planetary positions in the universe be appropriate and affect our lives and affect the world positively. So we shall, at this time, invoke these Graha Devatas and proceed to worship them respectively and seeking their blessings for us individually, for our families, and for this entire community and our world at large. So first of all, invocation prayer to Surya Deva, take the red flag. Om Suryaya Namaha Padmasanam Padmakaro Padmagarbha Samajyate Saptashvam Saptaramascha Dvibhujasyatam Sararabhi Dimandrenam Sri Suryam Sapujenam Mandrinam Ratan Patakam Dhanam Om Shri Suryaya Namaha Prem Surya Shri Surya Bhavan Ki Jai. Chandra. Om Nara Chandra Pujaram Shveta Pushpakshitang Gritvam Chandramam Avahit Chaturdasham Kritikam Matayang Samudram Jatam Atri Gotram Shveta Varnam Chaturaswam Kriting Mandalat Purudakshinari Kastam Paschijabhi Mukham Dasham Ashvaratamahanam Nishapatim Umadhi Daivatam Jarapratyam Didevatam Saitam Chandram Avahayami. Om Bhurvaswam Chandram Ya Kaksham Ya Tishtam Imam Yajya Bhumim Raksham Yatyam Avaham Idevam Ideviti Mantrenam Padyaravi Chandram Sampujiram Mantrenam Shvirpadakam Dhanam Chandra Devata Ki Jai. Mangal. Om Rakta Pushpakatang Ritvang Bhaumam Avahit Tashamyang Purvasharam Avantayam Avantijatam Bharadwajam Gotram Rakta Varanam Trikonam Mandalam Lakshakam Anadim Dikapyam Vastam Dakshina Vimukham Mesham Avahanam Kshatriyamadhipati Skandari Daivatam Chiripratyamadi Daivatam Saitam Bhavamam Avahayami. Om Bhurvaswan Bhavamam Yagaksham Yadishtam Sri Bhavamaya Namah. Mangal Devata Ki Jai. Buddha. Om Harita Pushpakshatanam Pritvan Buddham Avahayit Dwadasham Dharishtarim Anvantayam Kadadesham Jatam Atri Gotram Haridam Varnam Vanakritam Mandalam Purvoktara Vimukam Shukraripating Singhavahanam Naranari Devatam Vishtum Pratyari Devatam Saitam Buddham Avahayami. Om Bhurvaswam Buddham Yagaksham Yadishtam Imam Yajyavariksham Iti Avahayam. Om Padhyam Swagning Iti Mantrajatamishtam Vatim Savam Saditamayamcha Asmin Sarasya Tarasman Vishmiriva Sajatman Satam Buddhayanam Buddha Devata Ki Jai. Guru. Om Imam Yajyaviraksham Sri Guru Devata Namam Avahayam. Brihaspati Atitam Tamajideshum Tarasmasum Dravinam Dehi Chitram. Om Sri Yadijaswamrita Prajatam Tarasmasu Dravinam Dehi Chitramaswam Brihaspati Avahayami. Astapayami Pujamanam Shri Brihaspati Devata Ki Jai. Shukra. Om Annanam Parisutarasam Brahmanam Vyapi Patam Shatram Payah Somam Prajapati Ritir Satyamindriyam Vipanavam Shukramandasa Indrasyandriyam Vrtamadhum. Om Bhurvaswam Shri Shukram Avahayami. Astapayami Pujayami Namah. Shukra Devata Ki Jai. Om Shani. Om Shanna Devi Rabhishtayam पापो भवन्तु वीते शन्योरभिस्रवन्तुरः ॐ भूतस्वां शरीश्वर आवाहयामि स्थापयामि पूजयामि राहु ॐ कया नक्षत्रं मा भुवारुति सरावृतसखा कयां शिष्टया व्रता भूतस्वां राहवे राहु देवताम् आवाहयामि स्थापयामि पूजां राहु देवता की जय केतु ॐ केतुं गृह्णवन्त केतवे पेशुमर्याम् अपेशसे समुषं विरजाययाम् ॐ भूर्भुवस्वां केतवे आवाहयामि स्थापयामि पूजयामि भ्यो नमः केतु देवता की जय ब्रह्मा मुरारे त्रिपुरान्तकारे भानुशशि भूमि सुतो बुधश्च गुरुश्री शुक्र शनिराहु केतव सर्वे ग्रहा शान्तिकरा भवन्तु। प्रेम से श्री सूर्यादि नवग्रहादि देवता की जय आवाहयामि स्थापयामि पूजयामि भ्यो नमः। गंगे जमुना शैवं गोदावरीं सरस्वती नर्मदां सिन्धु कावेरी जलस्मिन् सन्निधिं कुरु। श्री सूर्याय नमः चन्द्राय नमः भौमाय नमः बुधाय नमः बृहस्पतिं शुक्रां शनिश्चरं राहवे केतवे नमः। नवग्रहादिवां पंचामृत स्नानेन पंचामृतोरिवं गृहाणां परमेश्वरमनाथनाथं सर्वैः गृहाणां प्रणति प्रिय ॐ पंचामृतं स्नानेन समर्पयामि। श्री सूर्यादि नवग्रहादि देवताय नमो नमः। गौरकंस्तान्यं समर्पयामि। श्री सूर्यादि नवग्रहादि देवायेभ्यो नमः। यागक्षं यहातिष्ठं सुपृष्ठुभवं पूजा गृहाणा पंचामृतं स्नानं षोडशं स्नानं समर्पयामि। श्री सूर्याय नमः चन्द्राय नमः भौमाय नमः बुधाय नमः बृहस्पते नमः शुक्राय नमः शनिश्चराय नमः राहवे नमः केतवे नमः। श्रीराम ग्रहादि देवायेभ्यो नमः। या रक्षं या तिष्ठं सुवृत्सु भौमं पूजा गृहाणाम्। ॐ हरि ओम। ज्योतिषदेवं भुवनत्रयं मूलशक्तिं गोदातभासुरं सुरारिभिर्यमानां विनाशं वीर्यं वरदायकं आदिदेवम् आदित्यवीर्यं मम देहि करावलम्बम्। नक्षत्रनाथं सुमनोहरं शीतलांशो श्रीभार्गवीं प्रिय सहोदर श्वेतमूर्तिं श्रीराब्धिजातं रजनीकरचारुशीला श्रीमत्शाकं मम देहि करावलम्बम्। रुद्रात्मजातं बुद्धपूजितरौद्रमूर्ति प्रमन्यमङ्गलधरात्मजं बुद्धिशालिं रोगातिहारं करमोचकबुद्धिदायं श्रीभूमिजातं मम देहि करावलम्बम्। सोमात्मजातं सुरसेवितशौर्यमूर्तिं नारायणं प्रियमनोहर दिव्यकीर्तिं धीपाटं प्रदर्शु पंडितचारुभाषिं श्री सौम्यदेव मम देहि करावलम्बम्। वेदांत ज्ञान सुदिवाच्यं विभासि स्मार्तं ब्रह्मादि पंडित गुरो सुर सेविताग्रे योगीश ब्रह्म गुण भूषित विश्वयोनि वागीशरी उपरि करावलम्बम् उल्लासदायकं कवेम् भृगवन् सजातं लक्ष्मी सौदरं कवतात्मम् भाग्यरीशम् कामारिरागदर्लज्ज सुशीलं श्री शुक्रदेवमरे करावलम्बम् शुद्धात्मज्ञानं परिशोभितकालरूपं छाया सुनन्दनयमाग्रचक्रूरचेष्टा कष्टारितष्टगन्धीवरमन्दागामिं मार्तनजातमरे करावलम्बम् मार्तण्डपूर्णराशिवदरकरौद्रवेशां सर्पादिनाथं सुरभीकरदैत्यजन्मम् गोमेरिकाभरणभासितवट्टिरायं श्रीराहुदेवं मम देहि करावलम्बम् आदित्यसोमं परिपीरकचित्रवर्णं देशिकान्तयनं वीरभुजङ्गनाथं मन्दस्य मुख्यसरधीरमुक्तिरानं श्रीकेतु देवं मरे करावलम्बम् मार्तण्डचन्द्रकुजसौम्य बृहस्पतीनां शुकस्य भास्करसुतस्य च राहुमूर्तिं केतुश्च परेदं भूरि करावलम्बं पुत्रं सयातुं सकलाञ्च मनोरथाराम् ॐ श्री सूर्यारि नवग्रहारि देवाय नमः यागक्षं यातिष्ठं सुबृष्टो भौमम् अहं पूजा गृहाणाम् आदित्याय नमः विस्तारायमानं दशभिरुपगतो योजनानां सहस्रे चक्रे पञ्चालनाभिस्रवतीं लसनदेविष्टन्विष्टां सप्तचन्दरुदाङ्गङ्गितवरं दूरे आयनां शिवर्गां व्यक्तापलां स्फुरमपूरं स्यन्दनश्च भाणो आदित्यमण्डलाकं स्फुरदनवपूजते सां व्यापद्विश्वं प्राटमध्यात् सायं समविचरणाद्यं दशामसेव्यं प्राप्यं च प्राप्तं च प्रथमदं ज्ञानिनामामुतरस्मिन् साक्षात्महेत् प्राप्यं कवं प्रहारं युमं संश्रयामि श्री सूर्याय नमः आदित्याय नमः यागक्षम्यादिष्टं सुबृष्टोमं पूजा गृहाणां श्रीनवग्रहारि देवाय नमः ॐ यागक्षम्यों श्री ॐ विश्वनाथसारद्वारे ॐ हंसोश्री आं ग्रहाधिराजाय आदित्याय स्वाहा ॐ श्रीं क्रीं ह्रां चन्द्राय नमः ॐ हसं श्रीं ह्रां गं ग्रहाधिपति भौमाय स्वाहा ॐ ह्रां क्लीं गणनाथाय बुधाय स्वाहा ॐ ह्रीं श्रीं क्रीं ऐं ग्लौं ग्रहपतिपतये बृहस्पते मृतमीं श्री स्वाहा ॐ ऐं जं गं ग्रहेश्वराय शुक्राय नमः ॐ ह्रीं श्रीं ग्रह चक्रवर्तिने शनीश्वराय क्लीं ऐं स्वाहा ॐ क्लीं क्लीं हूं घौं ठं तरङ्गधारिणे राहवे रं ह्रीं श्रीं वै स्वाहा ॐ ह्रीं क्लूं क्लूरूपिणे कीतवे ऐं सं स्वाहा श्रीनवग्रहारि देवाय नमः यागक्षम्यादिष्टम् सुबृष्टो भौमम् अहं पूजा गृहाणाम् ग्रहणामादिरादित्यो लोकरक्षणकारका विषमस्थानसम्भूतान् पीडां हरतु मेरवे ॐ रोहिणीशासुरामोटी सुधागात्रां सुदाशनां विषमस्थानसम्भूतान् पीडां हरतु मे विदु ॐ भूमिपुत्रो महातेजां जगतां भयकृत्सरां दुष्टीकृतवर्जितां च पीडां हरतु मे पूजा ॐ उत्पादरूपो जगतां चन्द्रपुत्र महाजनी सूर्यप्रियकर विद्वान् Piram Rito Vivram
Shri Surajadino Grahari Devaya Namo.
Om Dayamantri Vishalaksham Saralovitirara Anekasya Sampurnam Piratu Medrom Dayamantri Gurustesham Pranasham Mahamidim Prustara Grahanasham Piram Rito Vivram Suriputro Dirgriyo Vishalaksham Shupriyam Mandachara Prasannatman Piratumeshari Om Mahachira Mahabhakto Revishtu Mahabalam Ataruke Chasyam Shri Piram Haratu Metamam Ketum Adiksa Rupanasham Shirutam Shirusham Upad Rujatam Piram Hatumeshikum Surya Ramam Chandran Bhavamam Budhamastum Shukram Shri Rahave Ketaviramam Navrari Devata Ki
Om Adideva Namastubhyam Prasiddha Mama Bhaskara Divakara Namastubhyam Prabhakaraya Namastute.
Om Shri Suryari Navgradi Devaya Namo Namaha. That is called the Navgraha Kavach, the special prayer dedicated to all the grahas. Now, as we know, you have these 9 planets. Generally, 4 of these planets are considered malefic defects. Like when Mangal, for example, is in ascendant, Shani, Rahu, and Ketu. Now, according to the global astrology, Rahu is very prominent this year. So when Rahu is in control, then a lot of things can go wrong. Things like tragedies, natural disasters, wars, and you can narrow it down to adversities that we experience on a personal level. Ketu also, Rahu and Ketu, they are like twins. So when you have the effect of one, there are also the effect of the other. Ketu could cause things like incurable disease, pandemics, fatal accidents, incurable disease. All of these are effects of Ketu. Mangal, head injury, loss of blood, trauma, enemies, large debts incur which become unrepayable, bankruptcy, financial difficulties. Shani, hardship, slow progress, loss of job, loss of income, hardships, physical as well as mental, loss of loved ones, sickness in the family, loss of one's own life. All these are effects of these planets. Now this is not superstition, it's not something you say, well, you believe in all of this. What happens to the other American people who don't believe that they are affected by it? So whatever affects one affects everybody. Every day you see things happening, up to just now it's coming on the road there, accident there, car written off completely. It happens every day. So we need to petition and pray that the negative effects of these planets will be neutralized or minimized or even avoided so that we not become victims of planetary conjunctions. So this prayer now is pray. It's called the Navgraha Kavacham. Om Brahma Vacham Shiro me patu martando kapalam rohini parim ukamankarakam patu kandasyam shatinandana buddhingi vasara patu hridayam rivurandana tadrasyam shani patu jivayami ridinandana pado ketu sara patu vara sarvangami vacha titatyashtaurija patu nakshatrani vabhusaram hanso rasasara patu yogasyam sarami vacha kuhyam lingam sara patu sarve graha shupradam Animarini Sarvani Ravatiya Prayambade Dhruvam Ekam Lakshamade Bhatyayam Prayatam Suri Sajilaya Sukhi Putrim Radhe Sorry, throat is not the best. a long overnight flight. Here it is one. Aputro Ravate Putram Dhanati Dhanam Puyat means that with the blessings of these grahas, one is blessed with noble progeny. Dhanarti Dhanubhapnuyat. Those who are going through financial difficulties also benefit so that the financial situations improve. Dharati Ravati Bharyam Surupa Sugunaram Rogi Rogaram Chetan Badhamu Chetabandhanan. Those who are afflicted by any kind of physical illness also have their good health restored by praying, reciting this prayer to the Navgrahas. Om Putro Ravate Putram Dharati Dhanvapnuyat Dharati Ravate Bharyan Surupam Subhanuharan Rogi Roga Pramuchetam Badho Muchiri Bandhanat Kalestare Chantarikshi Karagare Visheshita Yahakari Gari Nityam Ayantasya Vidyati Brahmatyan Suraparnam Striyam Gurvanganagam Sarapapai Pramucheta Kotasya Sadharanat Nari Bhamujiditvam Sukameshwaram Svanita Kagavandya Janmavandya Mrutavatsa Chaya Bhavik Brahmapatyam Jivatvatsam Kotasyam Prasaratam Itigrayamale Uttarakhande Navgraha Kaucham Sambhuranam. Now there's another prayer which is the Navgraha Chalisa, which we shall recite also in praise to the Navgraha Devatas. श्री गणपति गुरुपद कमल प्रेम सहित सिर नाए नवग्रह चालीसा सहाय। जय जय रवि शशि सोम बुध जय गुरु भृगु शनि राज जय राहु और केतु ग्रह करहु अनुग्रह करहु अनुग्रह। श्री सूर्य स्तुति। प्रथम ही रवि कह नावहु माता करो कृपा जनन जानी जय शशिनंदन बुध महाराजा करौ सकल जन का शुभ कार्य दीने बुद्धि बल सुमति सुजाना कठिन कष्ट करि करि ज्ञान एला रास तेरो चंद्र सुवन दुख दंदन दंदन पूजैया दास स्वामी जनक पाल प्रभु नमो नमामि बृहस्पति देवता जयति 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 गुरुदेवा करो करा तुम्हारी प्रभु सेवा सेवाकार तुम्हारी गुरु जानी इंद्र पुरोहित विद्यादानी वाचस्पति वाणी सुरारा जीव बृहस्पति नाम तुम्हारा विद्या सिमरो अंगिरा नाम करौ सकल विधि पूरन कामा शुक्र देवता शुक्रदेव पद कल जल जाता दासनी नंदन ज्ञान नगारा देवनाभार तव भृगुनंदन दैत्य पुरोहित दूत निकंदन त्रिभुवन भूषण भूषण हारी करौ जबर जोशी सिर ताजा नर शरीर धीरे तुम्ही राजा शनिदेव जय श्री शनिदेव रविनंदन जय कृष्ण साई जगन्नाथ पिंगल मंगल जयमना विप्रयारी कोशरामा भक्तदृष्टि परतन ताजा कन राजा ललित स्वर्ण पद करकनी माला हरौ विपत्ति छाया के राहु देवता जय जय राहु गगन प्रविकैया तुम्हि चंद्रयाजित दसैया कवि कटिहरि स्वभानुधारा प्रियारी बहु नाम तुम्हारा कहीं के तुम्हि सासर राजा अड़काई जग राखौ राजा यदि समय पाय जरा शांति जय श्री केतु कठिन दुख हारी करौ सुचन हित मंगल राय भजयु तरुण रूप दिखला घोर रात तनय मन काला कारिका ग्रह बलवाना मां प्रतापन तेज ठिकाना वाहन मीन महाशुभकारी चारी दया उदधारी नवग्रह तीरथ राज प्रयाग सुपासा बसे राम के सिंह बासा सकरा ग्राम ही पुरे धन्य नवग्रह देव प्रभु महिमा यज्ञमय पार चितनव मंगल मोर गृह जगत जनन सुखदा यह चालीसा नवग्रह विरचित सुंदर दास परत प्रेम सुत बसत सुख सर्वानंद ब्रह्मा मुरारे त्रिपुरांतकारी भानु शशि भूमि सुतो गुरश्च गुरुश्च शुक्र शनि राहु केतु कुर्वन्तु सर्वे
मम सुप्रभातम।
श्री सूर्यादि नवग्रहादि देवता
की जय।
Adorations to Bhagwan Shri Ram, Bhagwan Shri Krishna. शांतं शाश्वतमप्रमेयमनघं निर्वाण शांति प्रदं ब्रह्माशंभोपनेन्द्रसेव्यमनिशं वेदान्तवेद्यं विभुं रामाद्यं जगदीश्वरं सगुरो मायामनुष्यं हरे वन्देऽहं करुणाकरं रघुवरं गोपालचूडामणि हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते। ओम रामाय रामभद्राय रामचंद्राय वेदसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताय पतये नमः। तुलसियावर रामचंद्र भगवान की जय। वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। विष्णु भगवान की जय। So this first Sunday of this year, I should perform puja to Bhagwan Shri Ram, Bhagwan Shri Krishna. सीताराम कहो राधे श्याम कहो राधे श्याम कहो सीताराम कहो सीताराम कहो राधे श्याम कहो सीताराम कहो राधे श्याम कहो सीताराम without Sita's Ram, who else can give you happiness? You say Sukhaun Hare means who else can give you happiness? Sita Ram Bina Sukh Kaun Kare. Sita Ram Bina Sukh Kaun Kare. Radhe Shyam Bina Dukh Kaun Hare. Radhe Shyam Bina Dukh Kaun Hare. Radhe Shyam Bina Dukh Kaun Hare. Radhe Shyam Bina Dukh
नारायण 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 लक्ष्मी नारायण 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 सत्य नारायण 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 सत्य नारायण 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 सत्य नारायण 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 सत्य नारायण 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 हरि ओम 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 नारायण 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 शान्ताकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेशं विश्वाधारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभांगं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगवीर्यानुगम्यं वन्दे विष्णु भवभयहरं सर्वलोकैकनाथं। प्रेम से विष्णु भगवान की जय, श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय, श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय। Now let us pray this morning. Also, we receive praise of Shri Hanumanji as well. Hanumanji is a giver of strength, of courage, of faith, of determination, of perseverance. All these qualities that we need to be successful and victorious in life. He indeed is a true symbol of that victory. We bow the lotus feet upon Sut Hanumanji. Om Atulit Baladhamam Labhadeham Dharmatvan Prishanam Yaninamagraganyam Sakala Gunanidhanam Bhagaranam Ragupati Priya Bhattam Bhattajatam Namami Nishchay Prema Pratītate Vinay Kare Sanuman Ekeka Rakshakare Shubha Siddhi Kare Hanuman Lala Deya Lali Rase Ardharu Lala Lambu Bhadradeya Dhanam Dalam Jai 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 Kapi Surasya Hare Ramachandra ki jai, Pavan Sut Hanuman ki jai. Now we must start this year with Hanuman Chalisa. So let's all sing together as we glorify Shri Hanumanji in these verses of praise. The Hanuman Chalisa is a very powerful prayer, most powerful. When in doubt, recite the Hanuman Chalisa. When confronted with fear, recite the Hanuman Chalisa. When you're immersed in pains, recite the Hanuman Chalisa. When things are not going right in your life, chant the Hanuman Chalisa. Hanumanji, he gives you the strength. He comes to the rescue. Keep that faith in him. Let's all glorify. Bolo Bolo Putra Hanuman ki.
श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मन मुकुर सुधारी बरनौ रघुवर बिमल जसो जो दायक फलचारी बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरा पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देह मोहि हरहु क्लेश विकार जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीसति लोक उजागर राम भुगत विचर धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमत निवार सुमत के संगी कंचन वरण विराज सुबेसा सुर सहारे, रामचंद्र के काज सवारे, लाए सजीवन लखन जियाए, श्री रघुवीर हर्ष उर लाए, रघुपति की नहीं बहुत बड़ाई, तुम प्रिया भरत सन भाई, सहस वदन तुम्हरो यश गावे, अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे, तनकायिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा, नारद सारद सहित ईसा, यम कुबेर दिखवार जहाते, कवि कोविद कहि सकल चाहते, शुभ प्रकार सुनीहि कीन्हा, राम मिलाए राजपद दीन्हा, तुम्हरो मन प्रभीषण माना, लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना, युग सहस्र योजना पर भारो, लील्योतार मधुर फल धारो, प्रभु मौक्तिका मेल मुख माही, चलत आगे गए अचरज नाही, दुर्गम काज जगत के देते, सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हारे देते, राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे, होतन आज्ञा मेरे पैसारे, सब सुख रहे तुम्हारी शरणा, तुम रक्षक हो हरना, आपन तेज समारो आपे, तीनों लोक हाथ से काबे, भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुनावे, नाथे और हरे सब पीरा, जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा, जय जय हनुमान चुरावे, मन भ्रम वचन ध्यान जो लागे, सब पर रामवती राजा, तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा, और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे, सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे, चारों युग प्रताप तुम्हारा, है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा, साधु संत के रखवारे, असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे, अष्ट सिद्धि नवनिधि के दाता, असवर दीन जानकी माता, राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा, सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा, तुम्हारे भवन नाम को भावे, जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसराए, अंत काल भरपुर गाई, सहानंद हरि भक्त कहाई, और देवता कितना धरे, हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई,
finally, salutations to Bhagavan Shiva. We recite this Om Namah Shivaya. This is the mantra which in these modern times in which we live, as has always been from time immemorial, has proven to be most effective to calm the turbulence of the mind, to usher into our hearts that sense of inner peace, to rid us of all the agitations that we experience coming into contact with the external world, to enable us to realize that self within us and to recognize our oneness with Supreme Shiva. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Karpura Gauram, Karpura Gauram, Karunavataram, Karunavataram, Sansara Saram, Sansara Saram, Bhujagendraharam, Bhujagendraharam, Sada Vasantam, Sada Vasantam, Hridayarvinde, Hridayarvinde, Bhavam Bhavani, Sahitam Namami, Sahitam Namami, Bhavam Bhavani, Bhavam Bhavani, Sahitam Namami, Sahitam Namami. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Bhagavati Mahadeva ki jai. From puja to Bhagavan Shiva. We shall chant the Linga Ashtakam in praise to the Jyotirlingams of Lord Shiva. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Murari Sudhasiddhalingam, Nirmala Bhakti Sudhitalingam, Dhanamajadutta Vinashanalingam, Sakranamami Sada Srivalingam. Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Om Namah Shivaya.
Shivaya. Om Namah 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 Shivaya.
Sarva Sugandha Buddhi Vivardhana Karanam Siddha Sudha Sudha Bundhidhalingam Tada Pranamami Sada Shivalingam Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Kanaka Mahagochidalingam Panipati Veshidalingam Dakshasuyatya Vinashanalingam Tata Pranamami Tada Shivalingam. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Kumkuma Chandana Nipithalingam Pankajahara Sujobhitalingam Sanchidapapavinahanalingam Tada Pranamami Sada Shivalingam. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Devadana Kite Devitalingam Avara Bhakti Devatalingam Dinakar Koti Prabhakaralingam Tat Pranamami Sada Shivalingam. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Ashtadalo Hari Vishnitalingam Sarvasamu Bhavakaranalingam Ashtadaritravinashanalingam Tata Pranamami Sada Shivalingam. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Sura Guru Suravari Sudhitalingam Guruvana Pushpakaratitalingam Parakaram Paramatmakalingam Tata Pranamami Sada Shivalingam. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya.
Dam 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 damaru baje. he is one of our foremost singers of this community.
भक्त से कैलाश निवासी दिखा दो जग विनाशी
पत्रस्य पुतेशयानं बालमुकुन्द मनसा स्मरामि श्रीकृष्ण राधावर गोकुलेश गोपाल गोवर्धनाथ विष्णु वस्त्रमृतमेतदेवं गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरु कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरु ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम
श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम
Jai Shri Krishna. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. This is the first Sunday we're meeting in this year, 2024. It's our first satsang for this year, and indeed it's a pleasure, in spite of the inclement weather, for us all to be here. Something special happened just now when Sanjay was saying that Shiva Bhajan. Those of you noticed, snowflakes were falling on Kailash. Lord Shiva, he was blessing us. Those were blessings. You saw those flakes? Somebody saw? Yeah. So that means that we're starting off on a good note. Well, today we want to commend our Shrotas. Shamoji is sponsoring today and his family, and celebrate 2 birthdays. His birthday actually be the 13th of this month, and he celebrated his 60th. And you see there are two sets of numbers here. So I was looking at those 2 there, and it's looking like 93 to me. And I want to know who's celebrating 93, not me for sure. Well, the turning around is 39, and that is his son, Victor, is celebrating 39th birthday today. And of course, these 2 numbers, they belong to him. We'll be celebrating a few days from now. So he's thought it very wise to begin the year, to begin the celebration here of his birthday on this day, and all of us have come here to give our thanks to the Lord. So I want to wish both of you a happy birthday, Shamoji and your son, and you're accompanied by the other son also, and the rest of his family, Sean. We'll get back to the birthday in a minute, but I'd like to bring you a New Year's message first, and then after that we'll talk about his birthday. And of course, this will be transmitted by Jyoti Satsang, and as I said, promised you last week, you all will get your chance also to send out your greetings to your family and friends and the rest of the community, speaking to this camera here right before we conclude this one. So please bear with us in the essence of time. We run a little bit over time because we had this Grashanti puja to do, which was very important, which I wanted to do, and which was necessary to start our year, seeking the special blessings from God for the rest of this year. I want to welcome Kunji. Kunji is with us here and his family. Kunji is our electrician. It's nice having you here, Kunji, at the beginning of the year. Happy New Year to you and the rest of your family. And to all those of you who have found the time to be here this morning. We have my youngest devotee, the oldest devotee here. The youngest one is the son of Dave, the grandson of Mukesh. He's here with us. Is it the first time he's come to the mandir? The beginning, the new year. Let's see him. This is Dave. And as you can see, he is a split image of his dad. And his mom has 25%. Now, my dear brothers and sisters, on December 31st, New Year's Eve, when the ball drops at Times Square, and the countdown is on, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then what everybody says after that? What do you say? Sad New Year? We say Happy New Year, right? Now, so we wish everybody a Happy New Year, and that is a good thing. To wish everyone a happy, because you want everyone to be happy. And you say that every year. For many people, that happiness never materializes during the entire year. Sometimes it turns out to be a very sad year, a tragic year. If I were to ask you your experiences about this last year, 2023, many of you would say, well, it wasn't that happy because some of the things I wanted to achieve, I didn't achieve. I didn't accomplish so many things went wrong in so many areas of my life. So you struggle actually to find that happiness that you were desirous of when the ball dropped and that you were wished when the new year broke. So this morning, what we're going to look at here is the formula as to how you can make this year a really happy new year. In fact, you can make it a happy year. And trust me, it's not difficult at all for us to make it or to experience happiness in this year. Don't you all want this year to be happy? Is there anyone who does want this year to be happy? You don't want to have an unhappy year? All of us want this year to be happy, isn't that so? Right? So let's delve into the scriptures and see what the Bhagavad Gita tells us about making this year a happy year. And 2 verses we're going to look at in chapter 6. Lord Krishna gives us his message. शरणागत के कृपालि शरणागत के कृपाल हरि कृष्ण दामोदरम वासुदेवम हरि कृष्ण दामोदरम न चैकान्तमनश्नतः न जातिं स्वप्नशीलस्य जाग्रतो नैव चार्जुन युक्ताहार विहारस्य युक्तवेष्टस्य कर्मसु युक्तस्वप्नावबोधस्य योगो भवति दुःखः शरणागत के कृपालहि शरणागत के कृपालहि कृष्ण दामोदरं वासुदेवं हरि कृष्ण दामोदरं Now, first of all, before I explain this verse, in order for the year to be a happy year, the year needs to be a healthy year. If you're not healthy, you can't be happy. If you have ongoing issues, physical issues, medical issues in your body, where you're in constant pain, you're in constant worry about getting better, that steals away happiness from you. Can't be happy. Because always you go to sleep and you cannot sleep in the night because of this nagging pain. The mere thought of what you have going on in your body, that alone gives so much stress that you find it difficult, almost impossible to maintain or sustain the state of happiness. So number one, in order for us to be happy, in order for a year to be happy, it has to be a healthy one. Now, how does this year, what do you do to make the year a healthy one? Lord Krishna says in this verse of the Gita, productivity means or applies to someone who does not eat too much or eat too little. Someone who does not sleep too much or sleep too little. Someone who maintains that equilibrium, that balance between these pairs of opposites. Now let us break it down. Number one, Lord Krishna speaks of our diet. Someone is not for someone who eats too little or someone who eats too much. Now there are people who are anorexic. As a matter of fact, if you go back in time, if you look at the history of Buddhism, Gautam Buddha was a saint. And if you look at his life, when he was growing up in his father's palace, his father didn't want this boy to be exposed to the outer world. He didn't want this boy to actually see the face of suffering. So he quarantined him in his palace. And he exposed his boy to only happiness in the palace. One day, he was curious enough to slip out of this palace. And he ventured out there on the streets. And what he saw four things that really moved him. What he saw was an old person of old age. He saw a sick person, a diseased person. He saw in old age, he saw disease. He saw a monk, one who was renounced walking the streets, a beggar. And he saw also someone who was rejoicing. So he was exposed to these different areas of life. The suffering that he saw moved him so much that he wanted to do something about it. So he stepped out quietly one night from his home and he went in search of a formula whereby he could contribute towards alleviating the sufferings of the world. So what he did there, he went into extreme fasting. And this fasting brought him to the verge of death. He realized that it was futile to go to this extreme. Because if you're going to want to remove suffering from the world, then you yourself can't suffer in this manner. And then he realized what is called the middle path in Buddhism. He realized that an enjoyable life, a happy life, should be a life that is lived in moderation. So here we have two extremes. We have anorexia Where people, because they want to look good, you go to the gym, you want this ultra slim body in the gym, and so you choose to sacrifice your meal, your diets. And so because you simply want to lose weight, you take it to the extreme. And on the other hand, there's obesity, where people would be out of control, and you just eat and eat and eat and you pack on the pounds. Now both extremes are dangerous. If you want the year to be happy, and you want your life to be happy, you have to strike that balance right in the middle. About what is too much for you and too little for you. We have to, first of all, identify that. So when it comes to Lord Krishna, first of all, he highlights our eating habits. So number one, you have to watch what you eat, how much you eat, and what time of the day you eat it. Now, a vegetarian diet is very recommended, but vegetarians also get heart attack too. They also die. Because you can go overboard with sweets, you go overboard with the carbs, you can go overboard with fat, and all these things, as you know. So moderation is applicable to everyone, regardless of your diet, what it is. You have to strike that balance, you have to eat healthily. Now that contributes to your physical well-being and your mental being as well. So Lord Krishna says, number one, you have to regulate your diet. If you want to make this a happy year, you got to watch what you eat. Now, we all make resolutions at the beginning of the year. Well, this year I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to be healthy. 90%, 99% of us, we don't keep those resolutions, those promises. Because we right back, same old, and you find yourself drifting in the direction of too much. And of course, we see the consequences, we experience it on a daily basis. So you have to pay attention to what if you're going to make this year a happy year, I would advise all of you to take a close look at your diet, what you put into this body. The Lord says, this body is your tabernacle, this is your temple. And if you look at the kind of food you eat in the mandir, the kind of liquid you consume in the mandir, the kind of language you use in the mandir, the ambience of the mandir, the environment, the energy of this mandir, you liken that to this mandir, where your stomach is the Havan Kund. And you think of the kind of food you put in the Havan Kund, the gastric acidifier consume the food that you eat. So you treat this body as your temple, you treat this body as your mandir, then you will be very mindful as to the kind of things you put into this body. That in turn is going to benefit you physically, it's going to benefit you mentally, it's going to benefit you spiritually. So you have to take stock of that, number one. Shobhaji works at the hospital. And Nanda also. These people are in the medical profession, there. And they can tell you many stories of patients who they're exposed to on a daily basis with all kinds of different diseases. You see things happening there. And you can attribute that to a number of things, but primarily what you put into this machine is what you can get out of it. You put the right fuel, you get the right output. Simple as that. Secondly, he says, not for someone who eats too much or too little, or someone who sleeps too much or sleeps too little. So he's talking about regulating now our sleeping habits. Now, this body needs adequate rest. He recommended 8 hours of sleep. 99% of people don't get 8 hours sleep. You barely get like 4 or 5 hours. Sometimes in the day you're like a zombie because you're so depleted of energy. And if you want to benefit intellectually and physically, then the body needs adequate rest. Now, if you sleep too much, it's a problem too, because you become lethargic. There's dullness there when you oversleep. Laziness is there. You should not sleep. You should not wake up after the sun has risen. That's our scriptures teach us that. The Brahma Muhurat is the time when you rise from bed before the sun rises and you greet Surya Bhagwan. Even if you had a few hours of sleep, if you rise before the sunrise and you look at the Surya there and you make an offering to the sun, you know what happens? Those rays of the sun energizes your entire body. Your entire day will go well. You will be energized. Compare that to when you oversleep, you wake up like 11, 12 in the day. Your entire day is full of, you're so lazy, can't even make it to come to the mandir. So we have to regulate our sleeping habits as well. Because mentally, it does wonders for you, also physically as well. Now, you can extend that to other areas of life. And other areas of life is work. There are people who would work too little, and some who are workaholics. You do more than one job, 2 and 3 jobs. You work as much as you can, all hours, sometimes 19, 20 hours a day. Remember, my dear brothers and sisters, you work to live. You don't live to work. You have to balance it. Sometimes when you come to the mandir, okay, I'm too busy. Busy what? Working and working, working, and then what happens? You work and work and work, and after you do all this work, your health simply goes with the job, and then the health is gone. When the health is gone, then the money you've earned, wasting this health away behind the job, cannot restore what you've lost. And then you realize, well, what's happened then is too late. You have to balance it. Moderation is the key word here. Live life in moderation. Lord Krishna says, you have to balance your work as well. You have to work. He says, karma is something you have to perform action. You have to work, must work. Nothing in the Lord is without karma. We have duties to comply with in our lives. Have to fulfill the duties, obligations. But there's a limit to everything. You have to balance it out. Then again, you look at your stress, the stress level. There's so many things that we worry about. And you know, this society in which we live in equates happiness with having more and more. So we believe that we work because we want more and more and more. Not everything you want is everything you need. Mahatma Gandhi says, the world has enough to meet the needs of everyone, but never enough for one person's greed. So we have to identify how much we need, what we need, and learn to live with sufficiency. Sufficiency is the key here. Then you want to accumulate more and more and more and more, then the health goes and the life goes eventually. Then what happens? You ask, what are you working on all these long hours? Accumulated for what? For whom? Well, for the kids. So the kids could have. Well, guess what? The kids will take that vacation which you never took after you're gone. They'll go on your cruise which you never took. They'll wear all the fancy jewelry, clothes which you never wore. They'll drive that nice sports car which you never managed to buy because you saved it for them. And they're having a ball at the time. And they'll thank you. Look up there or down there and thank you. That's how it is. You have to live your life, my dear brothers and sisters. Live your life. Spend your money the way you want to spend it, before others want to squander it for you after you're gone one day. That's how you live a balanced and enjoyable life. The kids, they provide for themselves. And you give them a future. You know, as the saying goes, if they want to eat fish, don't buy the fish and give them a hook and a rod. And they'll have for the whole rest of their life. Give them the tools they need, and they're going to fend for themselves. Don't you deserve to be happy? Don't you deserve to enjoy what you work for? Isn't it? Take the vacation you never took. You have to balance it. You can't work, all work and no play make Jack a dull boy. You have to balance your life. Balance between work and leisure. There's time for both. And when you live this kind of balanced life, then you're happy. Now, parallel to your material growth is your spiritual development as well. Now, there's one thing which is never too much, that is prayer. There's no such thing that I pray too much. I gotta cut my prayers. Because I spend too much time praying, too much time going to the mandir, too much time with God. So that you want to increase in that. That you must increase. Be closer to Him as you go along. Because He is the source of happiness. And the closer you are to Him, the better off you are in life. So instead of pursuing, going after this wealth, thinking that we're going to be happy and living a fulfilled life, simply live your life in moderation. So Lord Krishna here speaks of that. He speaks also of keeping his body healthy. Now, exercise is also very important. We have a young man here, he runs marathons. Give him a nice hand, he does that. His name is Mahadev. And he ran more than 30 states already in this country. His goal is to run all 50 states, run through the whole of America from end to end. That's his goal. And he's getting very, very close. In fact, he ran the New York Marathon the other day, 26 miles. Can you imagine it? And he got, not first place, but not too far from first. Like about 30-something thousand out of, right? Was it? 20,000 out of 50,000. So that's good. He was faster than 30,000 people in a marathon. But it shows his fitness. Now, all of us, we have to die one day. You have to surrender to death one day. That is something you cannot avoid. You have to. What you don't want is to suffer before you die. If Yamaraj were to appear and say, listen, I've come to take you now. And you try to negotiate with him and say, listen, man, please, I'm not ready yet. And he says, okay, you know what? I'm going to make a deal with you here. You can go now. If you don't want to go now, I'm going to give you 20 years more. But these 20 years, you're going to be in bed. You're going to be in a wheelchair. You're going to be really in bad shape. They got to feed you. They got to clean you. They got to take care of you for the next 20 years. What would you prefer? You would say, let me go, right? Because death is preferable over suffering. Suffering, in rare cases, it happens even though you take care of your body. Sometimes it just happens. But for the most part, my dear brothers and sisters, if you pay attention to your health, you take care of yourself, you want what you eat, and your stress level and everything else, but Bhagwan Krishna speaks of in the Gita, then you live a healthy life until you die. And that's what all of us want. You want to leave the world as you came. You want to live healthy as you can. You don't want to suffer. But it's something we have access to, something we can control by living your life here in moderation. So you have to balance your work with leisure, with prayer, with diet, exercise. All of these things are part of the package. And if you can pay attention to all of this during the rest of this year, then my dear brothers and sisters, towards the end of this year, come December 31st, you will live on to greet another new year, and you will do so as a happy person. You got to be mindful what you put into this body. Don't put toxins into your body, liquid and solid. Don't put toxins into your body. These toxins are going to destroy you, will destroy your organs, and you're going to put you in a state of perpetual suffering. That's what you want to avoid. Now, when you go to these specialists, these doctors, what I'm telling you here this morning, you're not going to pay a fortune. They're going to tell you the same thing. And you're going to pay them for this advice. I'm giving it for free. Sometimes when something is free, that's no value, little value. You digest what I'm telling you here this morning, and you put it into practice, and you will see the results for yourself. If you want to be a happy person, just obey these simple rules. Incorporate meditation also in your life as well, so that you can get in touch with yourself. You can find yourself. You're going to always experience that calmness, that peacefulness, and get rid of things like anger and desire and hatred, all these enemies from the mind. and you live a very simple and a very accommodating life, then you will truly be savoring the essence of life and enjoying it day by day. Simple things of life, my dear brothers and sisters. You look around you. Just look at a beautiful sunrise and appreciate the dawn of a new day. And look at God's creation, how beautiful it is. Look at the stream flowing, the rivers or the waves of the ocean. Look at the trees blossoming and the fruits and everything. Look at nature in all her beauty. Appreciate all this. And then remind yourself, I'm so blessed to be born a human being that I can enjoy all of these, the creation of God. So my dear brothers and sisters, if you're going to make a resolution this year to make it a happy new year, then number one, you must resolve to be closer to God. Let December 31st this year see us closer to Him. Now you get closer to Him, make it a point. Visit the mandir more often also, be in satsang, worship together as a community, worship together as devotees of the Lord. Let our voices be heard collectively by the Lord. He responds positively to this kind of collective chanting. So you get closer to God. Not only by the mandir, but you get close to Him the same way the servant gets close to the master. You feed God, feed Him by feeding others. Feed Him by feeding others, both humans and non-human beings, animals too. You please God by serving others. And you see God by simply loving others. Let me go over it again. You feed God by feeding others. You please God by serving others. You see God by loving others. See Him in others. So my dear brothers and sisters, as we leave here this morning, just ponder on this beauty of life. Life is a gift. Cherish it. Life is a journey. Travel it. Life is a game. Play it. Life is a challenge. Meet it. Life is a dream. Realize it. Life is a sacrifice. Offer it. Life is love. Live it. Life is a vacation. Enjoy it. Life is good. Embrace it. Don't even look at the glass as half full. Look at it as always full. It's always full. Life is good. Problems, yes, problems will come. Can't stop it from coming. How you deal with the problem doesn't make a difference. It's a 9-10 ratio. 10% of the things that happen to you must happen. You can't avoid it. The other 90% is how you react to that 10%. And your ways of reacting. You can choose to react in so many ways. You could be the most bitter person. You could be the most angry person to react to things that happen to you. Or you could take it calmly. You could accept it calmly, deal with it, move on. This is life. We didn't come here to finish the work. We didn't come to be upset with the world. We come here to have a good time. Enjoy it. So we want to wish on this note, all of you, a happy 2024. May Bhagwan's blessing be with us. Keep all of us safe during the year. And keep us closer to His lotus feet. Praise for Shri Krishna Bhagwan ki. Now, these two young men here, for Shamuji is no stranger. He always comes to this mandir. He hails from Hog Island in Guyana. Anybody from Hog Island here? Let me see, show of hands. Only one person here? What's up to you, Pamela? You're not from Hog Island, too? Yeah. All right. So Hog Island is a nice place. Anybody ever been to Hog Island? No? Hog Island used to have hogs before. That's why they call it Hog Island. Right, family? No. I don't mean, but they're good people. And one of those good people is Kamo and his entire family. They lived there, they were farming there for many years. And they produce a lot of good things there. Among the good things they produce were good people as well. Yeah, so that's part of the Esquibo, the famous Esquibo. Now, Esquibo is very famous these days, as you know. So, Shamuji hails from there and his family, and ever since he migrated to America, he's been coming to this mandir with his family, and I've been with his family forever. In fact, his sister, Laliji, who is here, I did her engagement, and then I did her son's wedding also. And I'm looking forward to the other generations make it through. So, Shamuji, we want to wish you happy birthday in advance. You're going to be 60, and at 60 you'll realize two things. Either you've already lived your life, or either life begins at 60. Well, it says 50 is the old age of youth, and 60 is the youth of old age. So you start now on the journey now, at 60 on the other side. And I know that you're many, many more happy and healthy years ahead. So keep coming to the Monday, keep doing what you're doing. And we must commend your better half, Carla, who was here with us this morning. And Carla is rock by your side. And she bore your wonderful son. So Carla, bienvenido a esta mañana aquí. Y le doy la gracia para cuidarse de él, para que pueda cumplir 60 años. Bien. Está muy agradecido de su familia. Que siga cumpliendo años. Right. Yeah, that's what you understood. Right? I said, I'm telling her that we're thanking her, we appreciate the care she's taking of him so he can celebrate his 60th. That's what I said just now. Now, this young man here, Victor, he is celebrating his 39th birthday here today, and he wanted to, today is his actual birthday, January 7th. At age 39, he decided he wants to have a puja for his 39th birthday. Nothing else but a puja. So what a beautiful way to start off the year with prayer. And Victor, I want to wish you all the best, good health, so that you will celebrate many, many more years ahead. Keep being the victorious young man you are for all these years. I wish you happy birthday.